What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of Minecraft, specifically 1.12.2 pack. Everything seems to be doing good this morning. This thing has been running for about a week now with no issues. No, maybe not a week, maybe 4 days. So, not too bad. I wanted to show you guys... I always have a hard time finding this. Oh, that's right. I think we lose... No, there it is. Yeah, we're now up to 4 days played. I put in a lot of time past couple days. Most of it off camera. We did a lot of cleanup, which I think I showed you guys. I did want to show you guys some new stuff. So, with this ore 5xing, I keep wanting to find a word for it. Quintupling. I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm going to be extra stupid this morning, so bear with me. But I don't know what the actual word for it is. But 5xing, the problem is it's really, really slow on the crystallization part. This part runs really good. It's this part that's the problem, because this is when it goes from 1 to 1 to 5. And the problem that we're running into is if I run multiple pressure tubes here, you have to have a minimum of 100, because it's a liquid as opposed to a solid. You have to have a minimum of 100 millibuckets, or else it won't work. And so inevitably you end up with one of these machines having like 0.99 in it. Now it's perfectly fine if you're doing only one resource, because eventually you'll fill up again. But I had 6 or 9 of these machines. I forget. Let's see. Crystal. Oh, come on. My brain is not working this morning. Yeah, I had 6. Had it all wired up. Did not. I mean, like, as soon as I changed it, it broke, and I had to break it down, and currently we're only using 1. What we're going to do, and what I'm going to try, but we're going to do this later, is we're going to use Logistic Pipes, specifically Logistics Liquid Pipes, and I believe I can set them... Let me show you. Zippity-doo-dah. So, right here... okay, good. Thank God I have my wrench on me. Right here, you can see... We're going to go ahead and just keep... See, this is bulk 50, bulk 100. I believe bulk 100 will only move 100 millibuckets. So if that's the case, I can use liquid logistics pipes, and it will only pull the 100, which is great. Now why? Okay, you're full. You're full. That's perfect. That means the entire line is full. I have not used this recently. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to show you guys. You'll notice the farm looks a little different. Well, before we get into that, you'll also notice I cleaned up some of the cabling here. I kind of want to show you guys. I did a lot of digging down here and kind of moved all the cables, or as many of them as I could, underground. I also set up another crafting computer because I thought I needed one. And I did some other wiring that I didn't quite understand. So, mainly because I just didn't do any research and was just trying to figure out what my problem was without looking it up. So, a couple things. This has changed. You'll notice I've split this. The reason why, if you look here, see how it says... I'm trying to find it now. Oh, God. Usually it says... Oh, okay, device online. So this is missing a channel. I don't know why it's missing a channel, but all of them are missing a channel. What the f... Okay, so that one's online, but these two are missing channels. This I don't understand. So I need you guys to help me with this. So 1, 2, 3, all of these are online. This is missing a channel, this is missing a channel, but that's online. This doesn't make sense to me. So if I break this, and I break this, pick it up, and then we put it back on, and then I rewire it, is it going to be online or missing a channel? It's missing a channel. Now this one's online, so now my question is this. If I break him again, and we do it this way, I wonder if this will work, because it didn't work this way last night. So is this missing a channel? It's missing a channel. So I don't understand why I can't get this thing to work. So if you understand what's going on, please let me know, because this thing is literally driving me absolutely out of my fucking mind. And I don't understand it, and it's frustrating, because this right here should have 32 off of it. Now, this only has 8. So, now when I believe when it says 32, that's 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, all the way around, basically. So we can have multiple. It's kind of like an extension of one of these, but we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 connections. So this should be working, but I don't know why it's not. And I moved this one down here because I have another connection down there. I forget where that connection is. I think it's off the bottom of this machine. And so this one is set up here, but as you see, if I hook it up here, this still won't work. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's annoying. I am curious. Okay, so this is a calculation press. I want to see if it'll make some. So let's do... Shit. Calculation processor. Let's just make one. Start. Okay, so we're making one. It goes in. There it is, and you'll notice it's still there. And it's still there because it can't come out. And if we... Okay, so it's not there. It's going to be in the... it's in the crafting computer down here. See? So yeah. Something is wrong, and I really don't know why. It's fucking infuriating. I could probably change... I want to try something. Let me try one other thing. Let's break you. Break you. Leave that as is, I guess. And then let's do this. Let's do... import bus, and then connect those two, and it's going to say device offline, and then connect there. Now it's working. What the fuck? That makes no sense at all. But now this one's missing a channel. So then I'm curious. Oh, yeah, okay, hang on. Let's do this. Break that. Break you. Are you still online? Yes. Break this. Break this. Okay. Pick him up. Pick him up. Okay. So this is still online. This is still online. Splot and Splatoon. Nah, it's missing a channel. But we're up one. So we were down one, now we're up one. Fucking what the hell, man. Oh my god. So I'm curious. Now I want to test something. So I'm thinking maybe the connection here is the problem. So we're going to break this, break you, break you, break you. Alright, all that's picked up. Let's see, where do I want to put this? Let's just do it this way. I have 11. So let's go... We're going to go like this. Do I have more of these in the system? I really hope I do. Because I want to make... I'm trying to make things a little bit more pretty. Just a little bit. Okay, so it's 11. I'll deal with this later then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go one more over. 5. Whoops. Actually, I guess I have enough to bury it. Yeah, I don't have to make it ugly. Jesus. Yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. I had a server I had to stay up late babysitting. I had a Windows 2016 server that refused to patch with Windows Update, and then when I ran the patch manually on the fucking server. So when you get Windows Update, it comes from Microsoft, obviously, and then you can actually download the update if you want and run it directly. Okay, did that fix it? Online. Motherfuck. That makes no sense. Because that's only 6. Even if you count that as 7, it should still be enough. And if I break this and put this here, online, missing channel online. What the hell? So yeah, something's wrong here, and I don't know what. But if one of you guys know, I'm sure one of you knows, you'll answer the question for me. Anyways, so I had to go through and clear the Windows Update cache. And if you've never done that, and I bet 99.999% of you never have, it's not a simple process. You have to do some commands, and commands are scary. I mean, commands aren't always scary, but like when you're deleting billions of bytes, you know, just massive. I think I deleted a couple hundred gigs off of this server. Because basically what happened is, when you do these updates, it has a catalog, and then it has, you know, drivers and all that shit, and then it has a log of it, and a bunch of other shit, and all that got corrupted, and I guess it just kept downloading. So anyways, good news is I fixed it. It just took forever. So anyways, I did build a second computer because that's not going to work for me, because I wanted... Well, not because I wanted, but because I thought I needed a second computer. And the reason is when we get to making, for instance, wow, my brain is just not working. This thing right here, this is a very high-end crafting. See, it requires 10,000 bytes. Well, when I made that, I thought it was an issue of like either having the controller being fucked up or having, you know, I wasn't sure what the problem was. And it turns out the issue was I needed more, I needed a bigger crafting storage. So the number of bytes on these crafts, the more complex the crafts, the more you need stuff. So for instance, oh my god, induction. Okay, Jesus, I need to sleep. I'm a fucking hazard right now. All right, so just making one. Wow, this is actually less complicated than the top end essence. Holy fuck, that blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. But anyways, when you add a 64 slot, that gives you 64,000 bytes, which allows you to do more. I did move, as you can see, we're crafting on 4 of these. I made 4 master stones so that we could do it all at, well, they're not going to show up right now, but they're in there. They're currently being used by the crafting system, but I made 4 so that it could do more at once because it was literally taking forever. And now we have 4. I could add another one, I think, on the bottom, which would give us 5. But yeah, we don't have enough. We needed more production power because this shit just takes forever. And I could probably put like an acceleration card in here to speed this up, I think. Yeah, we could probably make a few acceleration cards, I think. Let's see, fluid, input, output, import, export, Essentia, advanced descriptor. I don't know. Oh, molecular assembler. You can have 5. So yeah, if I put 5 in each of these, this shit would go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So we may do that. Okay, so a couple of you guys are gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you focusing on this farming shit? Couple reasons. One, this takes forever, and I'm okay with that. I didn't have time this week with all the other stuff to set up the logistics pipe thing yet and test it. I don't even know if it's going to work. It's just a thought. So we were going, because you'll notice I have a Superior water can. I was going to go with the big one. This is not the big one. But the big one requires another star, and I don't want to fuck with another, or the, the wither. So, but yeah, this does a 7x7. It's infinite, it never runs out, and it's pretty fast. Also down here, I've started with these growth accelerators. We're eventually going to fill this up and then drop it down. But to do that, we need a shit ton of essence, and we need a shit ton of fucking diamonds. Like, the recipe for growth accelerators is, oh god, well, I guess you can see right here. Fucking hell, right here. We need 1 diamond per. So if you're making 100 of them, and we need probably 1,000 of them to make this thing roll, it's a lot of diamonds. So there are a few diamond seeds in here. I think I have, yeah, we've got a few. We don't have a ton, but we have a few. I think we have like 8 or 9. So then I was going to set up this to do this, and we've got upgrade speed in it and a few other things. It doesn't work. This right here is a water mill. You put a water block here, you put a water block there, and it makes 16 grid power, which is enough to run this thing. Over here I have the manual mill, which you can start up. Oh, the cool thing about this is once you start clicking it, like I right click and I let go, it will continue to right click. It's a great thing. Really wish this watering can had the same thing. But that powers this, which you need to make stuff to make this and all of the other shit. This is useless. I just haven't broken it down yet. The reason it's useless is because in this config, I think they're called ghost people or whatever. Watering cans cannot be used by machines, period. And in discussion, full stop. It's in the config. You can't do it. I could enable it, but if I enabled it, then I have a different, you know, at that point, it's not, it's kind of like against the spirit of the pack. So I'm trying to stay in the spirit of the pack. So what we have here, we did get into Industrial Foregoing, which is the new version of Mine Factory Reloaded. Why they changed the name, I don't know. I don't care. Let me go ahead and break this real quick so I can show you. There we go. So this is the process I had to learn. So this right here is a tree fluid extractor. Now, I tried to use rubber wood initially. That doesn't work at all. Bone. Because I actually got, you know, the physical rubber from there and then tried to make something with it, and there's no recipe that I could find with actual rubber to make plastic. So what this does, and you'll be able to see here in a second, this will slowly start to, there it goes. It will slowly start to break this block, which really sucks. I'd probably have to make another machine here. I don't know how I do it because the other machine's going to chop the tree down. So I'm sure there's a way to do it, to automate it completely. But anyways, this makes fluid latex, which comes down to the pipe to our latex processing unit. Latex processing unit, it processes fucking latex. It gives us tiny rubber. Tiny rubber is then formed into dry rubber, and then dry rubber is run into here, which then makes plastic sheets or something, and then the plastic is what you use to make all of the machines. So there's that. So I use that to make this bad boy, which is the plant interactor. It's what the guys in the Reddit recommended, or not the Reddit, the Discord recommended. Now this is our current setup. This is not our final setup. It's also why I haven't gone too ham with these, because we're going to be moving this farm. And you're going to be like, well, why the fuck are you going to move the farm? Well, let me show you. So, showing working area. This farm right here is doing all of this. Now, I have a second farm that I had deployed up here thinking I needed 2, but you don't. Now, the other thing you're going to notice is it does not go down, it just goes up. Now, I'm not sure, I'll have to look, but I created this. Let me turn this off. Well, we'll hold up. I created this like I normally do to have light and stuff in here. I think I might be able to drop this down one more block. Feel free to let me know in the comments section. And if I can, then we could fit quite a few more farms in here. So if I can bring this down, then it is just a 2 block per farm. So we'd have dirt layer right here. We'd have another plane of grass. I think. Yes. Because that's 1 block. Okay. And then right where this one would be new crops, and then right here would be another layer, and then right there would be more crops, which seems to be what it's designed for. Now, let me show you this. What's it called? Add-on. Add-on. Okay. So this is not the biggest add-on. You'll see up here, there's a bunch of them. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is the biggest. This is 10. 12 requires emeralds, and 11 requires platinum. Platinum is a thing you cannot get on this planet. We have to go to a different planet. We're not doing that yet. Okay, so let me show you this bad mamma jamma. So if I put this guy, I guess we have to pull this out and then put this in. Now, see the size difference? All right, let me pull that back out because I don't want it planing. So the reason we're going to move it is because it will make for an epic farm. Epic. I've been watching this music guy on I don't know how it showed up, but he's this bass dude. He's fucking badass, but he's always like epic, OMG, and it's like stuck in my head now. I can't get it out. But so, anyways, let me turn that back off. If we upgrade, there we go, to the 11, it would drastically increase our farm, and if this works, then I can have 3 rows. And so if I can have 3 rows plus the bigger farm, the sky's the limit. Obviously, at that point, we would have to make an absolutely asinine amount of growth accelerators. So you're thinking, dude, that's going to take forever. And you're not wrong. The nice thing, though, is we're now on a server. So I can leave this running while I'm asleep and all that stuff. And I just leave the client running, sitting here, which is what I did last night. And I made 30,000 essence. So what am I doing to speed this process up? Well, you're going to notice here we're at Inferium seed level tier 5. This is 4. And then I think down here, I think I may have gotten rid of all the 3s. No, we got a few 3s. What I'm basically doing is we're going to hit tier 5. And 1 farm is going to be Inferium, 1 farm is going to be gold, and then 1 farm is going to be diamonds. And the reason we're going for the tiers is each tier of seeds. So tier 1 right here, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. They each drop 1 essence per. So this one will drop 5 essences. So if you've got a full, 9x9 farm, that's what, 81 minus the center block, which is 80. So 80 times 5 is 400. So it's 400 per cycle. As opposed to the tier 1s, which 80 times 1 is 80. So it's a 5-fold increase, which helps a lot. And then, if you're able to just stand over here a little bit and do this, then it drastically obviously speeds up the production. So apparently, according to the Reddit folks, and you know what, we can kind of test this here. Seed, we're gonna take a tier 5 seed. Did I break this down? I think I already broke it down. I deleted them all. Yeah, I did delete them all. Remember how we had this here the other day? I just got rid of the damn things, broke it. Except for the 1 block that I somehow left. Anyways, we were gonna test it to see how fast it actually went, but me and Kat tested it, and where is this? Today? What? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I have a system here. I'm trying to find 4. Okay, these are all 5s. Yep. Okay. Well, there you go. Another 5. So anyways, the goal is to upgrade all of these seeds to tier 5 and then drop this down as much as we can, and then hopefully compress the farm by dropping this down a level and getting rid of this. Hopefully at that point it'll still grow. I don't know if it will because of the light level. So we'll have to see. I'm going to test it and we're going to hope it works, because if it does, then we can have a 3-tier farm. And what I'm going to basically do is we're going to knock this out here and get rid of it. And I'm just going to flip this 180 degrees. So, and I'll probably have to move it a little bit because we're going to intersect over here. So we'll probably set it up right around, probably right about here. And then we'll have an 11 by 11 farm here. Hopefully that's 3 layers. And then I'll probably build another one. Depending. We'll see how we go. But I did want to show you guys. Yeah, we are making, I mean, like, I already have 4,000 essence in here, and that's literally in the last 2 hours. So, and you can see how much gold this makes. It's not shabby. Now it's I don't know if it's gonna be amazing, because we're gonna have to try. Jesus, that's a lot of gold. The amount of gold that we're gonna need is pretty ridiculous. So, you know, like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be sufficient to produce everything we need, but I am willing to try. So alternatively, I have another idea that could work, but the other idea requires us to go into space, because we need carbon, we need platinum, and a few other things. So like we literally can't do it, and it's not just go into space. This is the pre-flight checklist. I don't know. I thought this was going to give me like a guide or something. It kind of does. So we're going to need to make all of this equipment. We're going to have to, and I could be wrong here, but basically I have to build a tier 1 rocket, and then I have to build a space station on Earth. And then I have to go to the moon, and then we have to go to Mars, and I have to build a space station on Mars. And then we have to go to Venus, and I have to build a space station on Venus. And then after that, there is Ceres, which is a giant asteroid in the Kuiper Belt, which, if I remember my astronomy, is the giant asteroid field beyond Jupiter. And then in some packs, Mercury is where what we need lives. I don't know where it is here. It could be on the moon. It could be anywhere. What we need is this resource right here, which is part of Extra Planets, and it doesn't tell me where it goes. So I don't know what planet it's on. So yeah. And before we get to that, we're going to have to set up the quantum entanglepers or whatever it is, which is mechanisms tesseracts. So I'm gonna have to set that up so I can get power from here to there. We'll have to chunk load this here so that this never shuts down, so we can access it up there. And then I'll have to make sure that we can access our ME system up there. And then our goal will basically just be build whatever we need. But the issue, let's see, space. I don't even see the space station blocks. I don't know how all of that works. But yeah, you can see there's different types of rovers. There's different types of suits which require different ingots. The rockets require different types of metals, which are also all parts, require different equipments. So for instance, we're going to be starting with a tier 1 rocket, which is actually part of Galacticraft. We work our way up to a tier 4 rocket, and then it just kind of goes from there. And you work yourself all the way up to, I think, yeah, tier 10. So, you know, we have to have an oxygen supply, we have to have a suit, a rover, and apparently a space station. which is interesting because I don't see the station. Yeah, I don't know. Because I know in one mod, just going to space made a space station, but that seems too fucking easy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I was hoping this was going to tell me. I have a whole guide that I haven't, like, I opened it up and it was like getting started with Galacticraft, and it was like a doctoral thesis, and my eyes rolled back in my head and I just couldn't do it. So I was like, all right, we're gonna do crops for now. So nothing else. I figure this is a stopgap until we get there, you know, because during the week, you know, my job, I do get to work from home, so I can leave Minecraft running in the background, which then makes this all run in the background, which then means I'm making progress. I do still plan on filling this up. This is the biggest one you can make, and I plan on making the biggest one. And then once this is done, obviously we're going to jack this up, and then my goal is to turn this thing up. Because right now this is at basically idle levels. Cats is at, I want to say they're using like 900. So this thing right here produces, I think, oh, I never showed you guys this. So remember I was bitching about this? Big shout out to Zetharian. He showed me this. So remember I was complaining about how these weren't producing enough heat, and then I came over here and this was at idle. You can set the RF on these things. And you can say, hey, I want you running at, you know, whatever RF level you want. And it will do it. So, I thought I had one of these cranked. Whoops. Yeah, so let me just show you real fast. If I set this to 99999 and then check it, you can see we're taking 9.9 million RF a tick. And then if we come over here and drop, and we go to statistics, you can see, all right, yeah, I guess, where was it? Yeah, we're making 299.75K RF a tick. And then if we come over here to this thing's making 6.17 million RF a tick. And it's drained. So, and then these things I'm surprised aren't exploding, but thankfully they're not. So anyways, I'm able to make a fairly considerable large amount. So we'll just set this to 1,000. There we go. And that heat's going to drop drastically, and then that should stabilize this, and we come back over here and this will be full again almost. Yeah. So yeah, I'm making 6.17 million RF a tick right now when this thing is at load. Now, again, that's the smallest one I can make. We can make this bigger. This is running at idle. We can increase this by multiple factors. The main issue that we're going to run here with this is literally just providing it with enough water to water cool it. Now, Cat and them air cool it, so I think they do anyways. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Either way, we'll have to get a substantially larger amount of water to keep water cooling this thing. And as you can see, we're already, I mean, like, we've got a couple oceans being fed into this bad mamma jamma right now. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. But comments today, please tell me why this isn't working and what I need to do to fix it, because this is going to drive me up a fucking wall. So any help that you can give me would be appreciated. Is everything online now? No. Okay, good. I was about to be like, what the fuck, man? You know, one other thing I did want to try before I ask you guys for help. Let me just try this controller. I don't think this is it, but we're going to give it a shot. So break. Perfect. And then boom. So notice how they're working together now. And then I need 2 of these. So let's do, I guess I could just do, let's see. That's the pattern terminal. And there we go. So that one I craft with, no, this one I make patterns with, that one I craft with. Did that fix it? No. So it's not a bigger controller thing. Doesn't seem to be a cable thing, and I don't know. So let me know. Anyways, guys, I want to thank all of you guys so much for watching. Big shout outs to Sahada Blade, X Legion X, Star Wars Josh Smith, Coaster 99, Ronald Weasley 24, Oakley Thomas Tucker, Killer 8925, and Zatharian. I appreciate all of you guys very, very much. We are trying to hit 100K subs this year, so if you'd like to help me with that, please consider slapping the like button and leaving a comment. Both of those things right there tell the YouTube algorithm that you like my content and that my content should be promoted, which brings more people in, which helps us get bigger, stronger, faster, etc., etc. So if you want to help, that's a big way to help. If you haven't subbed already, please consider subscribing. We're still at a deficit for the month, so I'd like to get that number positive for February. And then finally, you know, if you guys want to help support things like this, there is a join button down below. You can join for $2, $5, or $10 a month. Each of them have their own perks. Get your name in the credits. We are going to have a sub server soon. This server is currently running the pack, so if we can hit 20 members in February, then I'm going to create a 1.12.2 server for you guys. It won't be this server because it's too much work for me to protect my base, and inevitably there'd be some dude who would sub just to come on and destroy the series. He'd set off an antimatter bomb or something like that in here, and we'd be done. But I will set up a pack for you guys on the same box, which will let you play with me, so to speak. And I can even copy this file over so you guys can play in the same world if you want, and you guys can duke it out over who gets to take over my base. That being said, if that's something you're interested in, join button's down below. Hit it. It helps out the channel, lets me afford the server and, you know, tabletop RPGs and other things. If that's something you want to do, feel free. If not, that's fine. My content's always going to be free for everybody to consume regardless. That being said, that's it for me. You guys have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.